Hi guys, welcome to today's video. This is one of the new Commando missions. This one in particular is the Secure the Black Box. It's now on the planet of Aesir Pass. So I'm just going to be dropping down here today. So my loadout is, as you can see, the Railgun, the Silo, the new C4 and the jump pack. And I've put on the stamina booster to get us around the map a bit quicker. Okay, so I'm recovering from a bit of a sore throat, so that's why my voice is a bit rough. So I'm recording this as well. I'm recording it after the fact, in post. So I just want to give you guys tips, excuse me, tips as I'm going around, explaining, what I'm doing and why, and to help maybe people with a bit of the mechanics of the stealth, because it's taken me a few days and watching a few other videos to figure it out myself, and a bit of practice obviously. Okay, so here with the anti-tank emplacements, you can take them out from a distance with the railgun and not get spotted. As you can see, just two there, and it does take almost a full charge in unsafe mode for the railgun. So yeah, if you're on safe mode, then I think it may be 2 shots. If someone can maybe let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's 2 shots for that though. Okay, so excuse me. Picked up my jump pack there because I want to get those other side objectives out of the way.
Objective near your position.
So the jump pack really is a great time saver on these missions. It allows you to get across the map when you don't need the C4. And I think I've also picked up the trigger for the solo as well, the solo, if I remember rightly. Okay, so that's one of the reinforcement pods done. I was hoping not to die at all in this mission, but obviously I still want to get the pods done anyway as part of the full clear. Okay, so they're, piss easy. Excuse me, guys. Okay, and also what I like to do is when I'm going around the map and I see a fabricator, then let's say I'm not actually using the C4 on a fabricator at that point in time. Maybe I'm going past the fabricator. A good idea is to just scout it out as you're going past, to keep it in mind what kind of outpost it is. Okay, so here I'm trying to get up over there to the west where the destroy stockpiled ammunition is. Didn't actually need to jetpack over there, but I didn't know that at the time. Okay, so I jetpack over there. We've got the stockpiled ammunition, and I've got the silo trigger in my hand, so I can see some stockpiled ammunition down there. Fire that off. I hope the silo doesn't kill me as well. Okay, knocked off, but it did cause 1 or 2 got exploded, and that triggered the other. So drop a smoke grenade behind me just in case, and then head back to the location where I've got all my stuff. So I think part of these missions are as well like planning what you're going to do and when. That will save you a bit of time. And which is, you know, again, which is why the jetpack's so important.
Tagging map.
Okay, so back to my stuff. And pick up the C4, which I think has actually 7. So pick that up for the stims. Excuse me. So I think the C4 actually has 7. It's got 1 in the hand and then 6 in the backpack. Okay, and again, with any kind of outpost, you want to be kind of seeing what type of outpost it is. Same with the fortress. I think there's 4 different types of fortress. I can't remember the name of this one. I think there's a detector tower in there. I think maybe 2 of them have a detector tower. But anyway, so when you're approaching this corner, there's a fabricator right in the corner here. There's some little steps leading up to it. So you can just chuck it on there. There's usually an enemy in that corner there as well, but 9 times out of 10 they're facing the other way. So it's not an issue. Take him out, obviously, and then take out the mine, because I'm going to sneak in through there. Now, you have to be very careful when you're playing solo, because as the host, some of the mechanics are a bit janky. For instance, that cannon can turn on you and just obliterate you through the wall. So always keep an eye on that cannon. Piece of shit. So I've died once or twice to that, obviously. So with a lot of these fabricators, you don't actually have to get the C4 on the actual fab itself. You can just put it on the wall next to it, and that is enough destructive force to take it out. So I'm going to sneak out that front way. Make sure that cannon's not facing towards me. Yeah, obviously got PTSD. So keep low here. Again, I mean, I don't know if it's an issue with when you're not the host, but certainly I usually play solo or as the host with my friends. So I do get a lot of that jank a lot of the time. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so I think this is the fortress that has the crane. So this layout, there's a huge crane to the which we've just gone past, I believe, and then this is one of the easier ones because you can climb at the back here, and then there's 4 fabs to take out at the back. Okay, so again, throw it on the wall next to it for that one, because you don't actually need to get it on the actual fab. This is the slightly tricky part. So you usually have at least 2 enemies up here. And it's all in that kind of triangle. 1 in the middle on the turret, 1 to the right near that fab, and then 1 on the left corner, which you probably can't quite see, is Devastator over there. So I'm just debating here if I can throw the C4 on there without getting spotted, but I don't think I can. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not spotted when I do throw it by taking these guys out. So shoot that to get his attention, make sure the other guy's not looking. Missed a couple of shots, but managed to get that one. Okay, so then you've got the fab in front, obviously, so that's the 5th one. So then you have to be careful that no bots come out of this fab as well, the one to the right of me just there. And then final fab. Hulk's looking the other way, so that shouldn't be a problem. Just slowly walk over the top there. And then just looking at my map now, what do I have next? I think there's a patrol walking past me there as well, which is why I'm taking some time. And when you're navigating around the sides and the fronts of the fortresses, you have to be very careful just in case they've got the base turrets on. The amount of times I've been spotted by base turrets as the host is just unreal. I really just think that the stealth doesn't apply to those guys at the minute. So Arrowhead, hopefully they're going to patch that. As a solo player and as the host, there are a few things that are a little bit janky at the minute with the stealth mechanics. So, for instance, when you blow something up, even if you're from a distance, the bots seem to know exactly where you are and start firing at you. Stuff like that, which is not ideal. So this is the actual collect the black box, which is, the main objective, or one of the main objectives. These are usually pretty easy, so you can kind of sneak in, take out a couple of the small dudes. The what are they called? I can never remember the name of them, like the commissars or whatever they're called. The little grunts, basically. They're probably actually our equivalent. As a Helldiver, you are the equivalent of one of these guys. I guess I'm just having a look around, see what's what. So as long as... So when you shoot a bot, if another bot is nearby and you shoot them in that bot's cone of vision, then they will become alerted. So I can see the black box over there, but I don't want to sneak past him, just in case. I don't know where his field of view is, his cone of vision. I think it's field of view. Although cone of vision, sounds pretty cool. So I'm going to go around here and maybe try to snipe him or get a better angle, see if I can actually, if I need to snipe him out or not. So, oh, didn't see him there. That was lucky. Yeah, don't rush too much and check your map a bit more than I did there. See which dots are on and not. Dots are on the map. So you can zoom in and see which enemies are around pretty easily. Okay, so I've tagged another reinforcement thing there. So with regards to sneaking past the bots, you can actually run, as long as you're behind them, you can run really close to them. So when I first started playing, I was like crawling and, crouching and moving very slowly the whole time, which, was a problem because I didn't have enough time to do the mission. But as long as you're behind the bots, you can actually, run past them within, probably 5 to 10 meters. They really don't hear you.
A little shot of liberty.
Okay, so the plan at the minute is I haven't got any C4 left, so I'm going to head back to where all my supplies are and possibly restock. I can't remember now, and maybe take out that fabricator in the top kind of was it northwest, I think. So a few stims there, help me get moving.
Attacking map.
So yeah, as I said, we're gonna get some supplies, restock for the old C4, and head over to the fab on the top left. Well, kind of top left. So out of the new war bond, I really love the C4 and the new sensor gun. What are you guys enjoying about the new war bond? Those are my two favourite items in the new war bond so far. I haven't used the law mine too much yet, but I think that will be probably more fun against other factions perhaps. Okay, so I sneak in here and it actually doesn't tell me how many fabricators are in this outpost. Usually it tells you in the top right hand corner, but it doesn't here, but pretty sure it's just these two. So with regards to throwing the C4, as long as you're not in the line of sight or the cone of vision of an enemy, you can throw it pretty safely.
Fire in the hole.
So if you sneak up there, you know that's not going to be a problem because the guys on the right and the left can't see you. Okay, so now I'm debating whether to go and do that other one or return to get the other stuff, and then jump back away and move further down to the bottom half of the map. So I've decided to do that. Okay, and one bit of advice I've got is when you blow the C4, just make sure you're not too close to any enemies, because I have had it where, you know, something's gone off, like dynamite or C4 or whatever, and then all of a sudden, all of the enemies know exactly where you are.
Automaton outpost destroyed.
Okay, so C4 gone there, and you see the outpost that I just went to and the fortress are both gone. So that's fantastic news for me. Now I can move on with the rest of the mission, just looking for my jump pack. Okay, get a supply, just a stim. Grab the railgun. Pick up the black box again, because it dropped for no reason. Okay, so now I want to go to the lower half of the map and get the stuff done there.
Dropping a pin.
This is where the jump pack comes in pretty handy, as well as being able to get on higher places as well, as well as being able to get on higher places. Okay, so I think Aesir Pass makes for a good stealth planet as well because there's so much of this kind of brush and, you know, dead trees or whatever in the way, roots and whatever else it is. I'm not much of a gardener, so I couldn't tell you the proper names for it. Okay, so as I said before, you can actually like run pretty freely through these, even with patrols around. The new stealth armor does allow for that. You have to be careful not to initiate your jump pack when you're too close to people, because I think that can... the bots. I'm not a sympathizer. When you're too close to bots, because, yeah, that can trigger them to hear you. So I'm just going to climb on this box and then jump up on top of these containers with the jetpack. Again, pretty handy. I'm just going to leave that up there for later. And the reason for that is I'm going to be coming... when I come back to extraction, I'm going to be hiding up here because the patrols come in thick and fast once you've called in extraction. So now I'm at the lower half of the map, and I'm also at extraction. I'm going to get down on my gear, and then this will be my second kind of base, my second, you know, point of call, where I can keep coming back and forth. Okay, so still got 2 of the anti-air emplacements left. Luckily, it tells me that in the top right-hand corner because my memory is terrible. So, just debating what to do here. I see a patrol coming in. So my initial plan is to jump up on top of here, use the solo silo, and take out the enemy anti-aircraft over there.
Destroyer leaving low orbit.
I'm just having a look. So I know there's a patrol just over there, I think, if I remember rightly, just to the right of me. So I'm just waiting for... Oh, there we go. There they are. Just waiting for them to pass. And also, you know, classic stealth mode. Checking out the surroundings. Checking out my target. So I can see 2 there. Can't see if there's a third in that one or not at the minute. But because the patrol's pretty close by, I don't actually want to shoot the silo. Because as I said, if you're playing as host, the mechanics don't always work as they should, and I really don't want to trigger those bots to see me, or hear the silo and then be alerted to my presence. So I changed my mind. Forgot that I haven't actually picked up the railgun, so go back for the railgun.
Dropping a pin.
So decided to actually kind of work my way around, a bit more patiently with the railgun and take out that anti-air emplacement, or at least one of them. There's one. So yeah, for whatever reason, so sometimes you get spotted, sometimes you don't. So for whatever reason, I get spotted that time. So I throw a smoke grenade. That's usually pretty good at getting you out of trouble. I think they're really effective. Not sure if they used to be as effective as they are now, the other smoke grenades. But certainly these new ones are very good. And it will kind of stop the bots aggroing you. So again, fire off. Maybe it's because no one's actually looking in my direction. I can't tell from that distance, obviously. But I was expecting more aggro like the last time, but there wasn't. And I've done this quite a few times in different missions where I've shot the anti-air from a bit of a distance and it's worked fine. As in, obviously it's killed it, but also I haven't had any bot aggro. So I'm not sure why there was some on that instance. Okay, so I know I've got either 1 or 2 anti-air emplacements left. 1 or 2, one objective, but 2 of the actual anti-air guns themselves. So I'm going to leave that till last, because if you do all of the mission, the main objectives of the mission, before finishing off the rest of the sub-objectives, then I find that the patrols increase a lot more. The amount of patrols and how aggressive the bots are at finding you, I guess. I find the mission becomes a bit harder. So I like to get all the outposts and the sub-objectives done before I actually finish any of the main objectives, the orange objectives. Okay, so moving along at a pretty good pace here. I'm pretty happy with progress so far. Now for this outpost, there's 4 fabs in there. There's a little dude always in there. So snipe him out first. Check your map to see what's around. Now there's a Hulk around the corner there. So I have a quick look around. So there's a Rocket Devastator there and a Hulk just to the right. So I'm sneaking in here, and as I said, as long as you're behind their field of vision, they shouldn't really cotton onto what you're doing. I throw that, and immediately he's like, what the fuck are you doing? So I throw a smoke grenade. Wasn't expecting that at all. So I basically throw the smoke grenade and get the fuck out of dodge. I throw another one just in case, because I've had, as I said, PTSD with the bots seemingly being able to spot me. Even though I've thrown smoke grenades before. So panic station's here. Run away. Run away, run away. So I just get out of there for a bit, and hopefully they're not locked onto where I am now. Okay, so whenever anything like that happens, just give it a wide berth, circle round, kind of, reset. And so I know there's another fabricator over here. So just go around the edge for that one. And then circle back round, because there's one kind of in the middle between where that first one was and where that second one was. And the good thing about this outpost is these two are actually, the final two that I'm about to get are actually next to each other. They're connected. So you only need to get the C4 on one of them. And by blowing one up, you blow the other up, basically. So again, getting close as possible. So the Hulk could probably see me. I'm probably in his field of vision there. But the Hulks generally don't cotton on too much. Maybe they're like the stupidest of the bots. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, maybe I was far enough away. Okay, so that outpost should have enough C4 on it to destroy it, obviously. So there's a patrol around that corner, which is why I ducked. So just checking my map. And if you kind of go in between where the patrols are, you're usually pretty safe. As I said, just make sure you go behind them as much as possible. They've got a lot less chance of seeing you if you're at the back of them or behind them. Okay, so with the C4 on those fabricators, I'm going to go back to my supplies, and as you can see, there's another fabricator left on the kind of southeast. So I'm going to get another restock on the C4 because I don't know how many fabs are going to be over there. Tag that and then head over. Okay, so this is... We almost ran into trouble. So this is another 4 fabricator outpost. So when you've played the game a fair amount, you familiarise yourself with the outpost layouts. Okay, so there's a little dude on the turret just in front, but they don't tend to spot you. This one is probably the hardest one to get, and this is a little cheat. Not a cheat, but a little tack you can do. It can be a bit funny here to try and get up So sometimes it doesn't allow you to get up at every single place, but I managed to flick through there, squeeze through there, and then get back on. Then I got nervous that I didn't throw it close enough to the fab. So climb back on top of this. Luckily no one spots me.
Throwing grenade.
That one, I think they were both fine, to be honest. And then there's a patrol behind me, I believe. So kind of squeeze around the corner there. And then, yeah, again, so it's probably not that interesting to watch. Running, throwing C4, running, throwing C4. But it is good fun to play.
10 minutes remaining.
The stealth mode kind of puts me in a panic mode. Like, gives me anxiety as I'm going through it. I think they could do with some better music, to be honest. I've seen some videos that guys have put on YouTube, and they add not their own music, but music that they've selected from elsewhere, and it really adds to the tenseness of the intensity of the moments. I think yeah, maybe Arrowhead could look into that, you know, pump up the adrenaline a bit as you're getting close to main objectives and fabricators. So this one you can stealthily throw over the top there. It's not that stealthily, to be fair. I think if you've got a dog in there, if you've got a factory strider in there, you might want to be a bit careful. Maybe throw it and then maybe throw a smoke grenade as you're running away if it locks onto you. The thing is with the dogs, same as tanks and tank turrets and the base turrets, they will just lock onto you more than anything else. And I don't know what the kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what their mechanics are compared to other things. So I don't know whether there's something that Arrowhead need to fix with regards to the coding on. I mean, they definitely need to fix the bunker turrets and the cannon turrets on the fortress. But the dogs, I think, maybe as well, and maybe the tanks as well. I think they're slightly glitched at the minute, slightly bugged. The old spaghetti code, because they spot you when they shouldn't really be spotting you, in my experience. So yeah, just be mindful of that. So if there is a dog in one of those outposts, which sometimes there is, just be careful of when you throw that C4. So throwing it on that corner is the best outcome I've had so far. I did try and throw it kind of a bit face on to where the dog was looking, and he immediately spotted me. Okay, so just a couple of bits left now, I think. So I've got this anti-air emplacement here, which I'm going to silo. And as I said, I want to leave that to the very last moment. So I think that's once we do that and blow up the fabs that have got the C4, we're pretty much done. Okay, so I'm just trying to spot the best place to send the silo, and at the same time waiting for that patrol to go past, because I don't want to be firing it when they're too close to me. Wrong gun. So send that off. That destroys the last anti-air emplacement, thank God. Stim and jump down. Bring in extraction. Quickly get back up onto my little hiding place. And then blow up the remaining fabs. As you can see, lights out, night bots. And now it's just a case of waiting for Pelican 1 to come down. Yeah, I think these missions are really fun, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm really enjoying them. I think there's a lot of different ways you can do them. The mechanics are a little janky at times, I find. Hopefully that gets patched soon. But it's not too bad. It's just those bunker turrets and tanks and factory striders you really have to watch out for. A lot of the other stuff is not too bad.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Suck it, bats. Okay, so the plan here is just wait for Pelican 1 to come down. If I got into a firefight, I would get absolutely obliterated. So patience is the game here.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
So then when Pelican 1 lands, I'm going to throw a few smoke grenades on the floor and then jump into Pelican 1, obviously. Another thing I will say about these missions is I think Arrowhead need to turn off Pelican 1 just blasting the shit out of anything that's nearby. Because it's not very stealth, is it? Maybe the pilot is a bit trigger happy. Meant to jump off to do a little cool landing at the end there, but failed miserably. But mission complete all the same, full clear. Really enjoyed it.
Liberty has seen you through.
Okay guys, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I've got more stuff coming out soon. And let's have a look at the numbers. Shouldn't be too many kills. Again guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.